Caribbean Sea. Midnight. Something moved beneath the waves. The USCGC Stone never saw it coming. Iranian technology. Venezuelan deployment. American blood. A submarine drone just changed naval warfare forever. This is Navy Firestorm, where cutting-edge threats meet fleet reality. The Stone is a Legend-class national security cutter, 4,500 tons of advanced maritime security platform. 418 feet long, 54 feet wide, crew of 148 sailors. Equipped with 57mm Bofors gun, 20mm Phalanx CIWS, 50 caliber machine guns, MH-65 Dolphin helicopter, rigid hull inflatable boats, boarding teams. This cutter patrols drug trafficking routes, interdicts smugglers, protects American waters. Standard mission, routine patrol, international waters 40 miles off Venezuelan coast. The crew conducted normal operations, watch rotation scheduled, no threats detected. Surface radar clear, air search radar clear, visual lookouts reporting nothing. 22:47 hours local time, the world changed. Massive explosion below the waterline, portside, engineering compartment. The blast threw sailors across compartments, lights failed, emergency systems activated. Water rushed through a 3-foot breach in reinforced hull steel. 12 crew members injured, 3 critically wounded, blood on the deck. The Stone listed 8 degrees to port, taking water fast, sinking possible. Damage control teams responded within seconds. Training took over. Watertight doors sealed. Portable pumps deployed. Shoring materials positioned. Bleeding controlled. The ship stabilized. Barely. But the damage was catastrophic. What hit them? Not a torpedo. Not a mine. Something new. Something terrifying. Which weapon system poses the greatest threat to surface warships? A. Traditional torpedoes. B. Underwater drones. C. Anti-ship missiles? Navy Firestorm investigated what happened next. The evidence pointed to revolutionary technology. Intelligence analysts reviewed acoustic data from nearby sensors. They found minimal signatures. No high-speed torpedo propeller noise, no sonar pings, almost nothing. Just a faint electric motor sound, small, slow, easy to miss. The explosion pattern told the story. Shaped charge warhead, copper liner, focused penetration. The blast didn't spread laterally like conventional explosives. It concentrated forward, pure penetration. This is military-grade directed energy munition, designed to pierce armored hulls. Damage assessment teams examined the breach. They found trace elements. Chemical analysis conducted. The warhead composition matched Iranian explosive compounds. Specific signature. Unmistakable origin. Fragments recovered from the compartment showed circuit boards, commercial GPS chips, basic guidance systems. This was an autonomous underwater unmanned vehicle, a submarine drone. Fire and forget. Stay with me. The intelligence report gets even more disturbing. The CIA already knew about this technology. Iran developed it over 3 years. Based on Russian designs, improved by Iranian engineers, adapted for asymmetric warfare. The system costs approximately $20,000 per unit, mass production already underway. Venezuela received the first batch 6 months ago, part of expanding military cooperation. Iran supplied 50 drones, technical specialists, training programs, complete technology transfer. Venezuelan naval personnel trained in Iran for 12 weeks, learned deployment procedures, operational tactics. The drones can launch from surface vessels, submarines, even commercial ships. They use pre-programmed GPS waypoints, inertial navigation systems, terminal acoustic homing. The drone travels underwater at 12 knots. Range exceeds 1,000 kilometers. Depth capability 200 meters. It's completely autonomous, no communication links, no remote control, no radio signals. Program the target coordinates, launch the weapon, wait for results. The warhead carries 40 kilograms of high-grade military explosive, shaped charge configuration. The copper liner compresses at 8,000 meters per second during detonation, creating a superplastic jet that penetrates reinforced steel through focused kinetic energy, delivering catastrophic structural damage to any surface warship, regardless of armor thickness or defensive countermeasures currently deployed by Western navies. This represents fundamental shift in naval warfare doctrine, cheap weapons threatening expensive platforms. A $20,000 drone just damaged a $670 million Coast Guard cutter. The economic calculus changed. Asymmetric advantage belongs to the attacker. Traditional naval superiority means nothing against swarms of expendable autonomous weapons. The Stone transmitted emergency distress signals on all channels. Coast Guard headquarters responded immediately. USS Porter received the alert. Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, 90 miles away. The Porter is Flight 2EA configuration, 9,200 tons, 96 VLS cells, Aegis combat system. AN/SPI-1D radar, AN/SQQ-89 sonar suite, MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, full ASW capability. The destroyer altered course immediately. Maximum speed, 31 knots, closing distance. Combat Information Center went to General Quarters. All weapon systems activated. The Porter arrived on scene within 3 hours, established protective perimeter, began searching. AN/SQQ-89 sonar system active, multi-frequency, omnidirectional, searching for underwater threats. Sonobuoys deployed from helicopter, passive and active sensors, creating detection network. They found nothing, no contacts, no signatures. The drone was gone. Either completed its mission and self-destructed, or returned to launch point, unknown. How fast can modern submarine drones approach targets undetected? A. 5 knots. B. 12 knots. C. 25 knots. The attack changed everything. U.S. Southern Command elevated threat level across the Caribbean. DEFCON protocols updated. All U.S. naval vessels operating in the region received new orders. Assume underwater drone presence. Maintain continuous active sonar. Defensive weapons hot. The Coast Guard deployed additional cutters, creating convoy system. Ships no longer patrol alone. Every vessel now operates with destroyer escort. ASW helicopters on station. Constant surveillance. P-8 Poseidon Maritime patrol aircraft began continuous operations. 24/7 coverage, no gaps. These aircraft carry advanced MAD gear, magnetic anomaly detection, finds metallic objects underwater. also equipped with sonobuoys, torpedoes, depth charges, full anti-submarine warfare capability. The Poseidon flew grid patterns, systematic coverage, every square mile monitored. USS Detroit received deployment orders, Independence-class littoral combat ship, specialized capabilities. This ship carries mine countermeasures mission package, perfect for small underwater threats. The Detroit displaces 3,100 tons, aluminum hull, 45+ knot maximum speed, highly maneuverable. It operates remote multi-mission vehicles, underwater drones hunting enemy drones. These RMMVs carry sensors and cameras, some versions equipped with small explosive charges. The Detroit established patrol patterns around the damaged stone, protective screen, active hunting. The cutter needed towing, too damaged for independent transit. Assistance required. USNS Catawba deployed, Fleet Ocean tug, 3D 100 tons, 6,000 horsepower, built for this. The tug took the stone under tow. Destination, Naval Station Guantanamo Bay, 400 miles. Transit speed, 6 knots. Duration, 3 days. Full destroyer escort. Air cover continuous. Quantity or quality in underwater drone defense. Comment Q or L. Meanwhile, diplomatic channels exploded. Washington to Caracas. Urgent communications, demanding explanations. The Venezuelan government issued carefully worded statement. We are investigating reports of maritime incident. No admission of responsibility, no apology, no acknowledgement of drone deployment. The State Department response came within hours. Unprovoked attack on U.S. Coast Guard vessel. This constitutes an act of aggression against the United States. Venezuela will be held accountable. Iran will face consequences. Economic sanctions expanded. Military options reviewed. Naval assets repositioned. The Pentagon activated contingency plans. Operations against submarine drone threats. Naval Research Laboratory received emergency funding. Counter-UUV development accelerated. DARPA programs fast-tracked. Autonomous underwater hunters, AI detection systems, directed energy weapons. The technology race began. Offense demonstrated capability. Defense must catch up. But catching up takes time. Years, not months. The threat exists now. The Stone arrived at Guantanamo Bay on day 3, escorted by 4 destroyers. No incidents. Dry dock facilities prepared. Damage assessment teams ready. Repair estimates needed. The cutter entered dry dock. Water pumped out. Full extent of damage revealed. The shaped charge penetrated 8 inches of reinforced steel, missed critical systems by feet. If the drone struck 10 feet forward, it would have hit the main engine room. Complete propulsion loss. The Stone would have sunk. 148 crew members at risk. They got lucky, extremely lucky. Next time, luck might not be enough. The injured crew received treatment at Naval Hospital. 3 sailors remained critical. Multiple shrapnel wounds, blast injuries, fractured bones, internal bleeding. Medical teams worked around the clock. 2 sailors stabilized. 1 remained critical for days. The psychological trauma affected the entire crew. Underwater attack, no warning, no defense. That feeling of helplessness, vulnerability. Any ship can be attacked, anytime, anywhere. If you believe underwater drone warfare dominates future naval operations, type Navy Firestorm. Naval intelligence conducted detailed analysis. The attack pattern revealed operational methodology. The drone likely launched from a Venezuelan naval vessel, possibly a patrol boat, or perhaps a commercial fishing vessel. Disguised deployment, plausible deniability. Launch point estimated 200 kilometers from impact. The drone traveled for 16+ hours. GPS navigation guided it along pre-programmed route, around shipping lanes, avoiding detection. Terminal phase activated when acoustic sensors detected propeller noise. Target acquired. The drone dove to 50 meters depth, approached from below, minimal warning time. Final 500 meters, active sonar locked onto hull, shaped charge armed, impact velocity 12 knots. Detonation on contact, copper liner penetrated steel, explosive energy focused, maximum damage. The entire attack occurred autonomously. No human in the loop, no communication required. This is the future of asymmetric naval warfare: artificial intelligence, autonomous weapons, expendable platforms. Traditional naval doctrine assumes expensive weapons, missiles costing millions, torpedoes carefully deployed. These drones cost thousands, deploy hundreds, accept losses, overwhelm defenses. U.S. Navy admits current countermeasures inadequate, the systems designed for different threats. CIWS targets aircraft and missiles, above water, fast-moving, radar trackable. Torpedoes generate huge acoustic signatures, high speed, detectable at distance, countermeasures available. These drones? Slow, quiet, small, nearly invisible until too close. Detection range, maybe 2,000 meters. Time to impact, 5 minutes. Response time insufficient. By the time you see it, it's too late. The math doesn't work. The Navy needs new sensors, distributed underwater networks, thousands of acoustic nodes. AI processing, pattern recognition, anomaly detection, constant monitoring. Also needs new weapons, underwater directed energy, high-power acoustic systems, EMP devices. Most critically, autonomous hunters, friendly drones hunting enemy drones, fight fire with fire. Technology exists, deployment doesn't, funding required, time needed, bureaucracy inevitable. Meanwhile, Venezuela has more drones, Iran supplies more, other nations watching closely. Which technology will dominate underwater warfare by 2030? Autonomous hunter drones, directed energy weapons, or AI detection networks? The Stone remained in dry dock for 6 weeks. Extensive repairs, structural reinforcement, system upgrades. New sensors installed, underwater acoustic detection, early warning capability, lesson learned. The crew received additional training, damage control procedures, underwater threat response. Psychological counseling provided, PTSD treatment, team rebuilding, morale restoration. The cutter returned to service in March, full operational capability, ready for patrol. But everything changed. No more routine operations. Every mission is combat mission. Active sonar running continuously. Helicopters airborne regularly. Weapons always ready. The Caribbean became contested waters. Not officially, but effectively, everyone knows. Other nations noticed. Chinese Navy watching. Russian submarines listening. Iranian advisors smiling. The underwater drone concept validated. One successful attack. Proof of concept complete. Now comes proliferation. Technology spreads. More nations acquire capability. More attacks coming. The U.S. Navy faces strategic challenge. Maintain maritime superiority against cheap threats. Answer to our quiz. B. 12 knots. Modern military-grade autonomous underwater drones achieve speeds up to 12 knots using electric propulsion systems that generate minimal acoustic signatures, making them extremely difficult to detect with conventional sonar until they reach terminal attack phase, by which point defensive response time measures in minutes, not hours, providing inadequate opportunity for effective countermeasures against these emerging asymmetric naval weapons. Iranian technology, Venezuelan deployment, American casualties. New era begins. The USCGC Stone survived. The crew survived, but naval warfare changed forever. 3 questions remain. Can the U.S. Navy defend against mass drone swarms? Will other nations deploy similar weapons? How fast can defensive technology catch up? This is Navy Firestorm, where emerging threats meet fleet vulnerability, where technology changes everything. The underwater domain is contested. The drones are real. The threat is now. Subscribe to Navy Firestorm, where we analyze the naval technologies reshaping maritime warfare. Stay informed, stay vigilant. The next attack is coming.